Today we're going to be ranking items and weapons introduced in Chapter 3, a classic standard tier list. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys enjoyed today's video, and yeah, let's rank these Chapter 3 items. Alrighty, here is the tier list that we're going to be using for today's video. We have 7 tiers that we're going to be ranking these guns and items, ranging from God tier, you know, best weapons in the game, most broken weapons in the game, all the way down to why is this in the game. It's self-explanatory. Alrighty, starting off our tier list is the Combat Assault Rifle. We all know this one. This one's in the current meta right now in Season 3. And in fact, this is one of the best guns in the current meta. The Chapter 3 version of this gun is absolutely disgusting, and it's very borderline God gun, okay? Combat Assault Rifle, very, very fast fire rate. And the problem with the Combat Assault Rifle used to be it had a ton of recoil. It don't got that recoil anymore, boys. So based on saying that, I think there's only one tier that we can put this in. We're gonna have to put this one in Essential. It is one of the most essential guns in the loot pool, alright? You're carrying this one to endgame, that or an AUG. Alright, moving on, we have the Hunter Action Sniper. Yeah, no, I didn't really like this one at all. I mean, the only good thing about the Hunter Action Sniper, it had 3 shots, I think it was. So you didn't have to reload after the first shot. I think that's what they were trying to go for. Yeah, for that, I'm gonna have to put it in meh. I don't think it's trash. I mean, it could be trash. I just didn't see much use in it. Like, I never really carried the Hunter Action Sniper. Like, I'd always rather have an SMG over it. Moving on, we get the Anvil Rocket Launcher, also known as the Homing Launcher. This one, Prime Zero build, like, I'll explain myself, was absolutely disgusting. This was one of the best things that you could have in Zero build, because guess what? Kids were camping in a building, that building's gone in 2 seconds, alright? But I never really found myself using this gun. I never carried it. Again, there's a lot of good guns in Fortnite, and a homing launcher really wasn't on the high tier list for me. I mean, I never really prioritized explosives in my inventory. I mean, yeah, you can give me the occasional rocket launcher, I'll probably eliminate myself with it, but the other thing it was good for was destroying tanks and destroying vehicles. And tanks were disgusting that season, so it's just like, it's just like not even funny. Other than that, I'm going to say the Anvil Rocket Launcher is definitely going to be in the trash category. It was not good. Combat SMG. Okay, we get into the good stuff now. What actually surprised me about this gun is when I was reading the notes to make today's tier list video, I didn't even realize that we didn't get this gun at the start of Chapter 3. I always thought this was like start of Chapter 3. But no, we got this in Season 2. Zero build, by the way. Combat SMG for the zero build time was the best gun in the game. I literally made a video on it calling it the best gun in the game. It got heavily nerfed. I think it was doing like 20 damage or something like that. Super fast fire rate, one of the best guns in the game. I would say the only downside to the Combat SMG and why I prefer the Stinger over it is the Combat SMG had a lot of recoil on it, and it didn't weigh out, you know, the goods, but it definitely brought it down a little bit. Yeah, no, but I'm still gonna put Combat SMG as our first God tier weapon. You might think Combat SMG trash. I don't know who would think that, but Guzzle Juice, man. First healable item on this list. You get into a fight, you were skits, you were 50 health, you're back up to 105 seconds with Guzzle Juice, dude. I'm not even trolling, that's how good it was. Now, the only problem with Guzzle Juice, if you take a tick of damage at all, you get shot, you take storm damage, it's gone. No Guzzle Juice there. That was the only problem with it, but Guzzle Juice, it is a solid healable item. Like, I rank heals highly because heals can save a game. Tense, baby. Alright, this was one of the coolest features added to Chapter 3. Of course, you store items in there. You can jump in there and heal if you want. It does like 5 per second. Tents were one of the coolest features that they've done in a long time. What would make this one of the best items in the game is if you could store previously vaulted items from other seasons in that tent, and then you could pull them out. Tents are honestly solid. I'd put them in God tier if you could do what I said. Nah, tents were definitely solid. I love this feature. This was one of the cooler ones. Oh, baby. All right, Ripsaw Chain Launcher. Hear me out. No, like seriously, bro. The tier is called Why Is This in the Game? And the Ripsaw Chain Launcher, that fits it perfectly, dude. You don't see much use, like, in combat. I haven't seen someone pull out a Ripsaw Chain Launcher and try to kill me with it. Like, I did see a strat, though, which was pretty sick, where you could, like, shoot Ripsaw Chain Launchers at the ground at the factory that they come from, and you get a ton of mats and you're set. But, like, realistically, who's picking this up? Unless they absolutely have to. Alright, moving on. We got the Prime Shotgun. First shotgun on this list. The Prime Shotgun, when it came out, I thought this was best gun. I thought this was best shotgun in the meta. And I still think it's very close up there with the Striker, in my opinion. Like, 4 shots, does more on the first shot. It also has a bigger spread, so it's super accurate. Reminds me of, like, a tac shotgun spread. Though, the only problem I have with the Prime Shotgun is that when you get to, like, those lower shots, like, you shoot 2 of them, and now you've got 2 left, you're starting to deal, like, 70 to the head, and then 40, and then it gets you killed. And the reload is a little bit long. For that reason, like, if you don't hit the first 2 shots, but also it does a ton of damage on that first first shot if you get that reward. So prime shotgun, I don't know if I'm gonna put it God tier. I think I'm gonna have to put it in essential. Alrighty, moving on, we have the sidearm pistol. Many people underrate this gun. This is the most low-key underrated gun in the game. And honestly, it's a viable weapon to start off. Like, I'm not gonna say it's solid, dude. I think the sidearm pistol is very solid. Now I'm thinking about it, I might bump it down to average. Yeah, that's probably about right. It's an average weapon, but it's very close. It's tip-top of average. Oh, okay, we got Pizza Pit here. I loved this one, you know, because you get 8 slices of pizza, and it gave you health and shield. Yeah, no, but I think this one was solid for sure. I mean, it's got to be at least up there, right? I'm gonna put it in solid, because it was good heals. Like, it was, you were skits, you could heal with this. Like, all right, moving on, we have the Grapple Gloves. So we got this one this season. It was like one of the first weeks of the season. This was supposed to be Spider-Man V2, because everyone wanted Spider-Man, but, you know, you gotta understand, Epic gotta work with IP, you know, Marvel. So that was probably only a seasonal collaboration. Although, maybe I take that back, because we did have a Spider-Man skin this season, so. But, you know, this was supposed to be Spider-Man V2, much worse version. Listen, it only had 30 shots, which makes sense. I guess they don't want people spamming it, but 30 shots in a public match, gotta bump that. Like, it's gotta be at least 50 or something. And you couldn't shoot with it. Like, you couldn't thunder dunk with it because you couldn't shoot in midair. Like, and it was hard to build too. Like, if I came slide in a fight. Listen, Spider-Man V2 Grapple Glove, I'm gonna opt into solid because I still do like this a lot. Alrighty, the E11 blaster. Listen, my friend, you're gonna join your buddy in here with the Ripsaw chain launcher. Why are you in the game? I have clips of me trying to hit a guy who is standing still from, I don't know, maybe 100 meters away. Any normal, you know, AR would do it. Didn't do it. Spider-Man Mythic. Oh boy. I think you all know where this one's gonna go. Of course, we got this one for the Spider-Man collaboration that we had at the start of this chapter. And I remember when this Mythic came out, it was like the first week of Chapter 3, and it was crazy. First of all, Spider-Man, it's just sick in general. Like, you can Spider-Man in Fortnite. Like, it's just so crazy to me how we have Spider-Man Goku hitting the gritty in this game. There was no fall damage unless someone shot out your web, which makes sense as well. And the best part about it is that thunder dunking was a thing. But I think we all know where Spider-Man Mythic is going. We're going right up to God tier, top of God tier. Like, what do you want me to say, dude? Like, come on now. Like Spider-Man, dude. All right, moving on. We get the MK7 assault rifle. Now, I don't know where to determine this one. I was thinking of this because pre-nerf, and they nerfed it 50 times after this, by the way. Pre-nerf, MK7 was God tier by far. I mean, it was so accurate. Red dot sight, it was sick. And then every update in Chapter 3 was a MK7 nerf. To balance it out, I think we're gonna put it tip-top of essential, but it's very close to God weapon. All right, moving on. We get the Charge SMG. The Charge SMG day one was trash. It still is. I don't pick this gun up at all. I mean, it can be disgusting at times. I'm gonna put it in trash. It's not like, why is this in the game? You can try to do some phase plays with it and get bullets through the wall. I don't really care. It's gone bad. All right, moving on. We get the DMR. This is a solid weapon right off the bat. You hit your shots, you kill a guy in 4 shots. Based off that, we're gonna put this in solid because I literally said it was solid right off the bat. All right, moving on, we got Medmist. Boy, Medmist is one of my favorite heals of all time, dude. It's got 150 charges. It takes 5 per, so you get 5 health back. You can do it on the run. You can do it in zone. You can do it anytime. The team healing even, yeah, you can heal your teammates. Like, it makes it even better. So Medmist, honestly, God tier, dude. Like, come on now. All right, moving on, we got the Repair Torch. Listen, we got 2 wisest in the game. Let's make it 3. All right, Darth Vader's lightsaber. So as I already mentioned, Darth Vader collaboration, tier 100. We got super stoked at the end of the trailer when we saw, you know, Darth Vader's mythics. And then guess what? We got garbage. I guess the only thing I can say about the lightsaber, you can block shots like any normal lightsaber. And the throwing mechanic, even though you don't really hit players with it because it sucks, is pretty sick because you can, like, you know, break builds and stuff. So for this reason, you know, for all these reasons, Darth Vader lightsaber, it's in meh. It's not trash. It can be used at some points in this game. Hammer assault rifle. I never liked this at the start of the season. Give it a few weeks. This gun is one of my favorite ARs in the game. So, you know, based on that, I'm honestly gonna say it's top of solid here. Moving on, we get the Shield Keg. Shield Keg is one of my personal favorites, like, especially if you get it at the start of the game. Free 100 shield, and you can also heal your teammates with it. Only downside is that when someone pushes you and gets within, like, 2 feet of you, they also get the heal. Yeah, definitely up in the solid here. All right, we got the Striker Burst Assault Rifle. We all know where we're going with this. This is the best AR in the game. Like, 0 build Striker AR was, I think, one of the most busted things of all time. Yeah, no, August God tier for sure. Moving on, we get the auto shotgun. So, you know, I always hated the auto shotgun. I never picked it up. I picked a gray striker up over a gold auto. Season 3, I'm finding myself more and more using the auto shotgun in every public match that I play. I mean, it's consistent damage, has a fast fire rate. Of course, you're gonna get that occasional 37 to the head. I think based on it, we're gonna put it in solid. Alrighty, moving on, we get the machine pistol, dude. I do remember this one video that I filmed. It was in Unvaulted. Epic didn't oopsie. But like, it was like a solo squad and vaulted game, and they added the machine pistol on accident, and I got in there and I got to try it out. So then they finally added it in season 1. But no, machine pistol in general, it's kind of trash, like right off the rip. So we're gonna put it there. Alrighty, moving on, we get the striker shotgun. This is your standard shotgun. My only argument against the prime shotgun for not being the best, and like why I think it isn't, is that the striker pump's last shot does the same amount of damage as its first shot, which means that you don't have to reload every 2 seconds. Striker shotgun, it's a god tier weapon. It is the best shotgun in the meta, no debate there. Moving on, we get the Ranger assault rifle. It's your standard AK. It depends on who you are. It depends, like, the fire rate is not my favorite thing. It does a lot of damage though. It does like 37 to the body. So for that, we're gonna put in average here. Moving on, we got the Stinger SMG, dude. Let's go, baby. This is the best gun by far in the meta. Like, it's just continuing that spray and pray meta. And I talked about this in a previous video. They released that statement where pump shotguns did 30% of the eliminations in Fortnite. I'd really like to get this statistic on Stinger SMGs in this chapter and how many percentage, like, what's the percentage of eliminations there. Like, someone picks up the controller, and yes, I know, I'm a controller player. Don't even talk about it. Someone picks up the controller, they spam right through your wall. You are dead. Like, it don't matter. It up there was the best SMGs of all time. It ain't no P90 drum gun, but Stinger SMG, it's right next to Spider-Man. Like, Spider-Man is Spider-Man. Like, come on now. Spider-Man in Fortnite, dude. Alrighty, we got the 2-shot shotgun. 2-shot shotgun, day 1 was horrible. Like, absolutely trash. And then they buffed it, and it was actually decent, and it's still a little decent. I still think it's trash. 2-shot shotgun. We're gonna put them in meh. We got the Kamehameha. This one was added in the Dragon Ball update right away. I think we already know, like, what we're thinking here, what we're all thinking. It's god tier. Like, not only was this item sick, it's literally disgusting. It's such a widespread. It does, like, 40 per second, and it does 100 straight shot to the body. So yeah, Kamehameha definitely up there. All right, and then our final item, I don't know why there's 2 of them, but we got the Nimbus Cloud. I'm putting the Nimbus Cloud right away, right up there with his partner, the Kamehameha. Not because it's broken, but just because it's a god item in general. You could thunder dunk kids. It is so sick. This Nimbus Cloud is so useful. Yeah, but this is the final product that we have for this tier list, and don't go trash me. And I'll catch you guys all next time. Peace, guys. This video is not over. I know what you're thinking. Oh, Aiden, you forgot the Ranger shotgun. No, we didn't. Kind of just realized this while editing the video. And if I were to rank this on the tier list, because I don't obviously have one in front of me, I already deleted the one that I just made. I put it in Essential. Ranger shotgun, one of my favorite ones, does a lot of damage. But now is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed.